What have we here? A bountiful planet. Well, that's a strong contender for a visit. Hello everyone, the Ranks is here, and welcome back to No Man's Sky, episode 304, where we're going to be leaving the planet Ulde and heading back to our capital ship, the Sword of Justice. This planet has been a lot of fun, as was the Scorched planet we saw in the last episode. But I think at this time we need to prepare for our next system to explore. As we're not going to stop and see every single planet. More than anything, we want to look for exotic planets. Not necessarily by traveling to the red stars, even though that would give us the best chance, but the yellow stars of a lush galaxy provide us a high mix of paradise planets and a low mix of exotic planets, and that's exactly what we want. That's why we came here. However, we might spend just a moment in our capital ship. Let's go through the construction deck and up again to what will eventually be the personal deck. Now, I think at this time, it's pretty safe to say, can we not build in that direction? Right, no, apparently we cannot. So instead, we must make it work over here. This, and I fear we just added a room somewhere where we did not mean to. Okay, and this is going to begin the personal deck. Now, before we go on any further, let's see where we added this room that we did not mean to add, because that's going to cause us a bit of a problem. And the build camera is only going to work so far because it cannot clip, even though my construction can. Aha! Aha! Found you. Now, we're not going to get too extensive in the construction of our freighter, so if you were hoping for that, I am sorry to disappoint. However, what we will be doing is actually just, well, I was going to say we could build a personal appearance modification center. However, I've realized we actually do have a module that we need to sell. So because of that, I think we'll just travel to the next system and visit the space station there and make our appearance changes there. I'm not yet ready to delve. Ugh, I started to think about it, but no. Now is not the time. Isentam is still new and shiny. Let's find another system to warp to. We're going to use the same philosophy of looking for a yellow star, seemingly by itself, not really near other stars per se. Now granted, finding one that's not near anybody, or that's not near anything is hard to find, so maybe just somewhat not near anything, sort of out on its own. This one has water, only 2 planets. Ooh, 5 planets, 1 moon with water, and somewhat isolated, I would say. The Isenum Utidir 13. I accept these terms. Let's warp. Oh. But just going off of the Dark Nebula, if I didn't know the name and warp was different, I would swear we're at the exact same place. How peculiar that we just happen to find yet another system. The darker nebula makes for very natural feeling nighttime skies. What am I doing? We're of course going to take the Nightmare in space. We've got to. Well, look at that. With the big boxes on either side. You want a boxy yellow cargo hauler? Okay, before we get all interested in all these... Oh... What? Oh, cool looking planets. No, Thrank says, no! Let's go to the local space station and sell our module, change our appearance. Maybe even... a couple of the fighters with the TIE fighter looking wings. Little stub nose. Still kind of neat. Explorer with not much on either side of it. But then this thing. The Geometric Ashes QO2. Nice. It's got a certain appeal, sure. Maybe not for me, but you know. To each their own. Now, let us take a look at what sort of... Oh, Minotaur engine module. Just what we need, actually. Oh, wait. I cannot forget, we need to sell our other one. Ooh, every word but one we understood there. Alright. Appearance modifier. Sure. No, we are already a traveler. Ooh. Whoa. No, perhaps we should just go with anomaly. Oh, that's neat. It reminds me of BioShock. No, I like this one, but can we change the colors? Right? No, let's alternate them, and some of them we're going to want the main color to not be the blue, right? And the backpack. Sure. And our banner? Oh. Now why is that? Wait a second. That doesn't... Oh yes, we need to consider some changes and not just sticking with the presets. No, I do like those gloves though. No, we'll stick with this. I do like the headpiece, although I don't know, maybe the darker blue? I guess we'll stick with that for now. Oh no, there's the BioShock helmet. Oh, look at that one though. No, we're gonna stick with that one. The boots? How about something a little metallic? Yeah. The backpack. We only have the one. I don't see too. It's not too big of a change with those. And then the banner has got to be reversed, right? Yep. And then we've got to go with, yes, there it is. Number 19. Yes, I want to save these changes because I accept these terms. Yep. Okay, so it's a little different. I think we'll leave it for now. Ultimately, what we know, the truth is that we need to work on saving up our Quicksilver so that we can buy other customization pieces. And that's just the rub of it. So we're going to keep that in mind moving forward. Well, let's go ahead and see what we've got here. Star Silk. I really want to get some of that. I seem to always need it. Ferrite dust, same thing. What is the economy here, actually? Medium supply, okay. Mission Agent Estrange. Is knowledge not Murtower compensation for your discoveries? Well, let's see what we've got. Kill 13 creatures. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's 5-digit units, but that's okay. Kill 4 sentinels, same thing. We'll do it at some point. That's good enough for me. Let's go ahead and hand in the ones we have completed, though. I like this sort of gunmetal gray this Korvax has going on with their armor. With the red accents. It's very Atlasy. And the gold trim. That's sort of a neat take on it. I'm going to start paying attention more to the outfits that I notice. Maybe we'll try to do Quicksilver daily missions. See, but I don't want to do that. I want to explore. If only you could earn Quicksilver for simply exploring. Then we would be swimming in it. All things with time. Again, one word short. I will take my compensation for being a good friend of the guild. Okay, some units, sure. Hey, look, it's us, or was. Alright. Let's actually... Oh my! A rainy planet. Some sort of sediment in the water is tinting it. Like a dirty yellow. And the sky appears to be a deep sort of red, like pale crimson. Ooh. What have we here? A bountiful planet. Well, that's a strong contender for a visit. Here we have another rainy planet. I love it. Thank you, Ice and Tam. Let's head a little bit over here and see what this moon has in store for us. No. Deviate the scanner here, please. Oh, wait, oh. Well, hold on. You can do it. I believe in you. Frostbound moon. And then we have this anomalous planet, the hexagonal planet. What is this one? Look at all the red, odd atmospheric effects. Desert planet with activated copper. Maybe. Nope. First, we're gonna head over to Sackrock Beta. Very Earth-like in appearance at first glance. Continental landmass structure. Very far away from the other planets, actually. 50 seconds to pulse jump there with the Nightmare in Space. Alien melody detected. I accept these terms. Another spewing vent node. If you insist. Not too shabby. Now, as we were en route to Sackrock Beta, continental landmass and blue water. Expect sort of natural evolution cycle. We'll have to wait and see what the flora and fauna look like. We want to be on the day side of the Terminator, obviously. Probably the coast would give us the best part of both worlds. Oh, the atmosphere appears to have some sort of particulate in it, as it is a very, very pale yellow. But look at how much landmass these continents have, with almost no visible lakes or rivers internal to them. Quite odd for a planet of this type. Indicates possible steep changes in terrain elevation. Let's actually head to the center of this landmass and see what sort of forestation and or terrain we have. Oh, I can already see rocky outcroppings. As suspected, large terrain variations. Although more lakes visible than we saw from orbit. Here, let's settle down on top of one of these higher elevated areas. More ridge lines than full-blown mountains. And the lakes seem to form in these basins. Somewhat natural-looking flora. No, let's head to the high ground, actually. We'll get a better vantage point from up there. Oh, some of these do indeed look dense enough to be forests. I think we'll land right up here on the top of this rocky outcropping. Or not, as the landing area is not clear. Alright, setting down the Nightmare in Space. Begin planetary analysis. Refreshing breeze. The yellow sky, the particulate in the yellow sky seems to be giving the trees some sort of yellow tint to their bark. Nutrient source is liquid ammonia. Crepuscular fruit. I wonder if that's what it is. There's just so much ammonia mixed into the atmosphere. Fungal harvest. Superconductive, formed by gas bubbles. Gas bubbles of ammonia? Question mark? I do like these trees here, the Spinaho. I do like those trees. And then look, oh, you have these little tiny trees. Maybe this will shed some light on what's going on here. Root structure not present. Feeds directly off of the sunlight. And it is not tinted yellow. But the leaves are. We have to see any fauna. Let's race down to the knowledge stone down here. And see if we can discover any life forms. The grass is impeccably short. Almost as if it's maintained. It just doesn't grow very tall. I hear a creature. Ah! What can we learn about this planet from you? Vigilant. Eats nectar. Untamable. Eats nectar, eh? Pyroclastic stone. That's fairly regular for there to be some form of geological activity on a planet like this. I suppose the question becomes, if the trees, if there really is ammonia in the oxygen giving it this yellow tint, and the local flora is indeed pulling that ammonia out of the air, and that's what's giving it the yellow tint that it has. Why doesn't all of the flora depend on this ammonia, and how does it survive in spite of it? Bi-seasonal. That could be part of it. Some impulse beans. I'm not convinced. I need to see the ocean. Because for there to be as much... Oh, wait, hold on. Eats fresh leaves. No, for there to be this much ammonia or whatever it is in the air, tinting it yellow, I would expect a lot of it to have been absorbed by the oceans, yet the oceans remain a crystal blue. I think it's time we punched on over to a section of the ocean. Look at how massive these continents are, though. Wow. Just as far as we can see in this section. Just a little bit of water over there. Alright, we're gonna swing down and... No. A small section of ocean, actually. This will at least give us an idea. Oh, and these sandy beaches. Hello. Oh my goodness, look at these. Okay, somewhat sandy, somewhat coral rock. Look at this island chain. It's like a mini paradise. I imagine when the sun sets, it's almost even hard to tell it apart from an Earth sunset. Ooh, but you have these massive crystals forming here. Water is fairly clear. And the basins exist even here underwater. Not much depth to the surrounding area, but it does go significantly down into the basin here. let's give a scan of some of these minerals. Cementation. Feeds itself with chemosynthesis, algal particulates. So there's definitely some form of mineral that, when it's in the water, sublimated nitrogen. I would expect this atmosphere to be very high in nitrogen. That makes a lot of sense. With these crystals forming, it seems like they contain all the particulate from the air, so they're slowly pulling the particulate out of the air, possibly, as more and more crystals form. It's possible that the air will slowly, over time, become more akin to what we're used to seeing on a planet like this. Let's make the trek over to the sunken wreck. Well, we were gonna take the submersible over there, but there's a giant island chain in our way. So let's take the Nightmare in Space on over. Now, these island chains are quite extensive. Some of these don't even appear to be islands. Ooh, and look at that freighter wreck in that shallow water. Intriguing. With this rocky outcropping. I do accept these terms. Let's see what we got. It's possible we have a frigate upgrade module in our future. I can dream, at least. Alright, well, actually, wait. I just remembered. We need to process more of this. Okay. Magnetic lock number 1. What do we got? Antimatter housing? Sure. Oh, look at that. Is there a way that we can... Oh, we need to showcase our different appearance. That's washed out. That's just as well. Perhaps we need an image from an island. Yes, that would be good. Oh, interesting. So we're right up against the hard bedrock. I wonder if that means we're not going to be able to get every single cargo pod. Unstable gel? Sure. Money in the bank? Why not? Let's see what's behind door number 3. Antimatter. I am not opposed to antimatter, considering I treat it like it's more valuable than it is. Oh, that launch fuel. We're going to start stockpiling launch fuel, actually, if you haven't noticed on the freighter. That's the thing we're just going to keep on board the freighter. We are just going to say no to antimatter housing, though. What have we here? more unstable gel. We have 2 cargo pods remaining.
Technology prepared. Units received.
250,000 units. I would say that's better than Starship launch fuel, except at this point I really just want to stockpile Starship launch fuel. I just want to see how much I can get without spending any of it. I imagine it'll be quite a bit.
Technology prepared.
And some more antimatter. Okay. Well, we did give this planet the official try. The water is a little cloudier than I would expect, given how many crystals there are, but perhaps that's part of it, right? Is that the particulate in the air has super saturated the water and is therefore causing it to cement into these crystals.
Units received.
Let's see how these are doing.
Units received.
Membrane compression. Oh, there we have it. Hold on, we're at the sunset. And it does. Once you get on the sunset or sunrise portion of the Terminator, the tropical island planet starts to reveal itself. But not with the freighter wreck in the background, oh no. And look how the water changes as the sun goes down. Rather beautiful. I'm thinking our next stop in this system might actually be the extreme desert planet, as I do like extreme desert planets. But that's going to have to be in the next episode. Until next time, take care.